And I think that will look kind of cool. So this afternoon's adventure, we've just walked up the Grossmunster, which is the tallest church cathedral in Zurich. Now, I chose not to bring the camera today because it was so wet and so uninspiring. Enjoying the weather? Just as we've got up here, it's actually started clearing. As I try and navigate this staircase and talk at the same time, which isn't difficult, which isn't easy. I decided not to bring the camera out today. I don't know, maybe I would have taken a shot anyway if I'd have been here, if I'd have brought the camera. I don't know whether it would have been a great shot or not, but certainly something to do if you ever find yourself in Zurich with an hour to kill. And one good thing about Munsterplatz, not Munster, what's it called? I've just made that up, Grossmunster, is that at the top the panorama is easy to see everything. There's no net in the way or anything like that. So it is really, really accessible. Thanks very much, mate. Really enjoyed that. Yeah. Cheers. So what we're going to do, we're going to call it a day in Zurich city centre now. Laura's not feeling too good, are you? No, a bit of a sore throat. And I think what we'll do is we're going to head back to our little suburb, which is called Adliswil. And from that station, which is about a 20-minute train journey in, there is another cable car which goes up another mountain, but it's obviously a little bit further out. We might get some cool views, who knows. So I'm sure you probably don't need reminding, but Switzerland is, it might even trump Norway for the most expensive city that I've ever been to. We've just been to Starbucks and we bought 2 coffees and a cake, and it came to about 17 Swiss francs. I keep calling them swanks, sorry if you're Swiss. So yeah, that's it's about 16 quid. So it's not cheap at all. So we're on a budget as well, so we've got to continually watch the pennies. So Starbucks is probably not the best of ideas. On the menu tonight, I think I might get the lobster and the caviar. That can't be too cheap, can it? Get the steak, yeah, that's it. Abandon what I just said about saving the pennies. We've just seen a Swiss man with it's a Elpli bar, so it looks like we can get a beer.
I don't know if it's open.
It's closed, brilliant.
It's a house.
This is really confusing. He looks happy though. Yeah, okay, that one's I have to admit defeat on that one. Swiss obviously aren't big drinkers during the day. Not very accommodating for us Brits. 11:30 and still sober. Back to the train station then. Some more pennies saved. Thank you, Switzerland. So we've taken the cable car up the mountain. We're about 900 metres elevation, I think. And once again, quite glad that I didn't bring the camera, because I would have been lugging it round all day around Zurich. And it's just, there's nothing to be seen. We're just in a sheet of cloud. It's very pretty. I'm walking through some woodland to get back down to the funicular. But there's nothing to be seen, so I'm actually quite glad that I didn't bring the camera. And for once, Laura actually got to spend some time with me, because I wasn't looking through a viewfinder. I'm going to leave that till next week. So what we'll do, we're going to head back down the mountain, and then we will prepare to leave Switzerland, and we are then heading on to Austria. So the next time I'll be checking in will be Innsbruck, by the way. This is, oh, it is starting to clear a little bit. Oh, we've just missed the thing. So there's our ride down. It looks pretty cool. La 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 So after saying that I wouldn't do any more shots here in Zurich, I had a little look out on the terrace. Showed you the terrace when we first came. And behind the terrace is the mountain where we've just been. So what I'm going to do, I've set up the long lens because I've got the 70 to 200 on. I'm just waiting really for a bit of cloud just to wash over the restaurant that we were sat in a few hours ago. Now right on the top of the restaurant where the cable car takes you, there's this lovely red brick sort of Swiss cottage basically, and it's been shrouded in fog all day. In Zurich it's actually felt in the last 2 hours a lot colder, which obviously means that the rain is actually moving on, which I think means as well a lot of this fog might dissipate. So I'm just going to wait and see if I can get a bit of this cloud just to move across. So I'm shooting with the cable release because I don't want to shake the camera. So I'm just waiting really for some cloud just to cover the restaurant. Whether it will or not, I'm not sure. Not sure how long I'm going to have to wait. But actually, now the fog is dissipating, we're actually getting quite a nice show of colour in the sky, which is cool. And as well, there's obviously some houses in the foreground, which is why I've got the big guns out, which is why I've got the 70-200, so I can shoot nice and tight. So it's just a waiting game now. I've just got to wait and see what this fog does. So I'm just playing about with composition really. I don't quite know where to put this red brick house. I was tempted to put it on the bottom left hand third because the fog is, a lot of it is to the right and on the bottom. And then I was tempted to put it on the middle at the bottom to show a little bit more of the sky. Then I was thinking of putting it right slap bang in the middle, but there's not enough balance in this shot to warrant that. So I think I'm actually going to go with it on the top right third, and I think that will look kind of cool. And just like that, the magic happens just by hanging in there. Hang on. So we're backlit by the sun at the moment, and what's happening is that fog on the top of the hill is illuminating the little house, and it looks divine. So that looks so cool. As you can probably hear, I've just bracketed that just for safety, and we're getting a bit of definition in the sky as well. So that's at f14. I'm doing a stop either side exposure, and the light's gone. It's literally just gone. So I literally had seconds of light, and I was in the right place at the right time. I was set up, and I'm really pleased with that shot. I might not even have to bracket that because I think perfectly exposed it looked great. But it was just, sometimes in photography the stars align and your subject just gets absolutely beautifully lit. I do a lot of headshots and things and weddings, and you can use all the flash guns and artificial light in the world, but there's no substitute for natural light. I'm really pleased with that one. I really hope it comes out as well as it looked to the naked eye. Right, so there's probably no point trying anymore. Ever. I might just sell the camera now. Right, I'm done. I'm really pleased with that. I don't know if to hang around a little bit longer just in case it happens again. Yeah, I think I will. Right, see you in Österreich. Is that how you say Austria? Österreich. Österreich. Austria. See you later.